We roll right along to fight number 2 of the evening. This one, a V3 Fights light heavyweight division battle as Jessie Thor Roberson takes on Brandon Deuce Williford. And here comes Jessie from right here in Tunica, Mississippi, fighting out of the Brawler's Den. Coached and cornered by Jeff Denton Sr. and Jr. He is 1-0, a 6-foot, 200-pounder. Played 3 years of pro ball, that's football, and a former powerlifting champion. Played for the minor league arena football team, the Pensacola Crusaders, and the Memphis Blast. So a very athletic fighter in Jessie Roberson.
I just watched him fight a couple weeks ago. He's in there, he's tough, he's brawling. Obviously, he's a former professional athlete. This guy's ready to get in there and get it done, and I'm excited.
Looks to stay unbeaten in his young career. Just a 25-year-old making that move to MMA. And there's a good look at Jessie Roberson. Thor, I can understand that. He's got the hair. It's up in the bun right now, of course, but gets his final instructions from referee Eric McMahon. And now, as we change up the music here, here comes his opponent, his adversary, Brandon Deuce Williford from Memphis, Tennessee. Again, just about 45 minutes north out of Clinch Works. The Memphian at 4-4, a 6'3", 215-pounder. As we take a look at the tail of the tape. Again, Roberson from Tunica and Williford from Memphis. They're both freestyle fighters. Williford's 29 years of age, but a height advantage for Williford and certainly a weight advantage, tipping the scales yesterday officially at 215. He's coached by Kevin Henry, who we'll see on the card tonight, along with Torian Whitlow, Tyler Smith, and Colin Wilkerson.
He's been around for a while. He's 4-4. He's a vet. He's got a lot of fights, but he's also had his problems in the cage. He's had his problems in his life. He's looks to rebound that by going to a new team, getting some new coaches, new people surrounding him. So I'm excited to see the new improved Brandon Williford.
Well, they call it a new lease on life, and let's see if that's the case for Brandon Williford tonight against Jessie Roberson. Let's get the official introduction of the two fighters. Fight number 2 tonight here at the Fitz.
This bout is brought to you by Absolute Lime in a set for 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the solid black trunks at 6 feet even. He weighed in at 200.1 pounds. A freestyle fighter with an MMA record of 1 win and no losses. Representing the Brawler's Den and fighting out of Tunica, Mississippi, Jessie Thor Roberson. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the orange corner. He wears the solid black trunks. At 6'3", he weighed in at 214.9 pounds. A freestyle fighter with an MMA record of 4 wins and 4 losses. Representing Clinch Works and fighting out of Memphis, Tennessee, Brandon Deuce Williford.
Deuce trying to get his record over 500 as once again he comes in at 4-4. Roberson looking to stay unbeaten. Eric McMahon, third man in the cage for this V3 Fights light heavyweight division battle. Round 1, here we go. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Right off the bat, a little bit of fireworks here. Roberson slips.
Took a knee to the chest, I think might have dropped him a little bit. You're going to see Roberson come out and probably just throw punches. The Brawler's Den really focuses on striking. But one of the things with Williford works with guys that are pretty complete fighters. He's been in there with some good guys, and I'm thinking his experience is probably going to be a little too much for Jessie.
There's a knee from Williford, and they break up out of the clinch. Roberson was trying like heck to get that to the ground. Both kick at the same time, and down goes Williford. Couple of shots from Roberson in a pretty good position to lay down the lumber.
You see Williford recover. He's in a double leg position, and he's going to finish this. And this is where he's going to be extremely dangerous for Jessie.
Trying to get some leverage now as Williford on top and in the guard. Couple of shots to the rib cage by Roberson, but not a lot of pop behind that.
This is where he's going to wear Jessie out here. This is the experience that's going to come into play. I know the Brawler's doesn't work a lot in these types of situations and positions. They feel that their striking's good enough to win fights standing up, but when you get in a position like this, doesn't always end well.
Right, right. Although we saw a couple of shots there from Roberson from his back. Halfway through round one.
Eric McMahon's going to start looking at this, see if he wants to stand them up if there's no action. But what Brandon may be doing was trying to get him pushed against the cage to trap him. Quickly,
Roberson back to his feet.
Brandon's behind him in a wrestling position here. Just basically a waist tie-up. What he wants to do is take his left foot, step behind Roberson's left foot, and just circle backwards. And he'll take Jessie right back down to the mat.
Roberson wanted the fight to go down to the ground earlier, and now it doesn't look like he has or wants any part of it.
Now Brandon's still in a good position to finish that takedown, which he does. Whenever a guy's got double underhooks like that, locked around your waist in a bear hug position, and he's got those hands locked, it's really difficult to get out of that. Now he winds up in a full mount.
Now he's going to lay down some ground and pound here on Roberson.
He's got to remember he can throw elbows here. These guys sometimes are not used to it as amateurs, but he can throw some really, really dangerous elbows here.
Under 20 to go in round number one, and here comes some shots from Williford in a great position here. Full mount, 10 seconds to go. As long as Roberson's protecting himself, this will go to a second round. Williford maybe a little bit gassed there toward the end of that first round, and Roberson survives to fight at least a second round.
You know, I think Williford definitely won
and
the round. We have some highlights here. You see that knee there hurt him a little bit?
Right.
But Roberson actually kind of caught a kick and secured a takedown, but Williford's experience was able to reverse it. There he was with that double underhook, the bear hug position, just squeezed, provided a trip, and he's in a full mount, just raining down some punches, which score a lot of points in the judges' eyes.
Yeah, if there's any doubt about that round right there as he tumbles over him and gets him in full mount, 3 or 4 shots to the noggin, that should win him the round. I would agree with you 100%, although, of course, my partner's got the unofficial scorecard. The judges, Jeff Mullen, Jimbo Surratt, Joe Stoniker.
Definitely a dominant position, and that's what they look at, how they judge stuff. That was a dominant position. It was the most dominant position of the round. You give the round to Williford, but you just never know.
Well, let's see if Thor can rally back here in round number 2 against Deuce, Brandon Williford. Round 2, here we go. As the 2 touch gloves. Well, good shot from Roberson there. There's the knee attempt from Williford. Oh, flying kick there by Roberson. Showing that's that athleticism we talked about earlier.
This guy's going to throw the kitchen sink, and I'm sure there's a lot behind it. But what he's got to worry about is the counter striking and takedowns, leg kicks from Brandon Williford.
Well, there was one that he absorbed as he threw a punch. Misses on the right.
See, he's throwing everything with the kitchen sink with those things.
Right. Superman kick, and then Williford kind of laughs it off here, gets back to the center of the cage, eyeing his opponent. That was a little bit dangerous for Roberson. He turned his back there.
Right.
Could have been taken down.
Just going to point that out. He threw a punch and turned his back, which definitely is a sign of lack of experience and exhaustion.
Well, good right there by Roberson after Williford was off the mark with the right leg kick, and then Roberson comes right back with a straight right. He got caught with a jab there. Nice left jab by Williford. Now they're in the clinch, and they break out of it. See that hair starting to flow all over the place. The bun's out, and there you get the nickname Thor. Kick from Williford, punch from Roberson.
I think Thor's one of these guys. He's used to hitting guys a couple times, and they go down. So with Brandon not doing it, he's getting a little frustrated, a little exhausted.
Well, let's see the stamina as well. Oh, big
nice
right there by Williford.
Nice counter right. It was that straight that Roberson just keeps throwing as hard as he can. He's telegraphing it. He's setting it up every single time, and Williford took advantage of it there.
Well, you called it perfectly. It was a great counter by Williford. He had it measured out, whereas Roberson did not with the lead right, and then Williford caught him. Under a minute to go.
Probably the best punch of the fight we've seen so far.
Absolutely.
Up to that, it was a pretty close round. It
He
looks
took
like
him down.
Williford
It's
is
over.
choking.
He taps out. He taps out, and Williford gets the win in the second round. That seemed to come out of nowhere, but he had the choke while standing. It was going on, and Roberson, once they tumbled to the ground, I guess it locked in firmly, and it was over as you saw the visual tap out by Thor, who loses for the first time.
That was pure exhaustion, holding all that weight of Brandon Williford. Williford executed a good game plan, had some solid counter striking. The experience just paid off. So here we're going to see it again. There's that right hand that he countered with, really dictated the rest of the fight. I think that knocked everything out of Jessie Roberson. There's the choke. See, it's not above the, it's still above the chin, but as he goes down, see Roberson spit out his mouthpiece, he's exhausted, and he taps out.
All right, Jason will head into the cage to talk to our winner. Once again, when they tumbled to the ground, there's no question that that big old arm got in there firmly, and it ended the fight for Jessie Roberson. Let's get the official time as we go to Michael Kelly inside our cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the V3 cage at Fitz Casino, we present the official time of 2 minutes and 10 seconds in round number 2. Referee Eric McMahon calls a halt to the bout due to tap out via rear naked choke, declaring the winner, Brandon Deuce Williford.
And Deuce does indeed improve to 5-4, so he's over 500 for his career. The time officially at 2:10 of the second round. Now let's get a few words with our winner.
Brandon, you threw a great punch in the second round. It was a counter right. Looks like it phased him. What was your game plan after that?
Win. What's always my game plan. Just win.
How'd you feel that choke was locked in?
I knew I had him. That's why I just went and took him to the ground. Yeah.
So I think you're solidified yourself back on the game. You've been out a little while. You're ready to fight again. What's next for you?
Hopefully a belt. Because from what I heard, I do real good for a guy who just get with some other guys and train with something like a coach, you know.
Well, very good. Hopefully we'll see Brandon Williford, your winner again.
Congratulations to Brandon Deuce Williford winning our second fight of the evening. Coming up next, V3 Fights featherweight division battle between Nehemiah Cruz and Hunter Hosey.